So if you get booked right now for a $50,000 show in Cleveland, you turn it down?
I'm coming with Fruit of Islam security.
Just in case, right?
Just in case.
Just in case.
But it would have to be a theater because I want to be one and done.
Okay.
I don't want to be there for multiple nights.
Okay, Cleveland is the worst city for you.
Yes.
Best city. New York?
Anywhere in the East Coast.
Particular city.
Oh, God.
One city. You have one show left for the rest of your life. Where do you perform?
DC.
Okay, DC.
But let me tell you, man, and this is not, he's just East Coast bias. You have to understand something.
I mean, DC's technically the South, isn't it?
It's East Coast.
Sort of. Okay, East Coast, Southern,
East Coast
Southern,
energy.
East Coast. Yeah, okay.
But here's the thing. Dude, when you travel and you do stand-up and you've traveled the country, and there's not a place in this country I have not been to. Yes, there are certain regional coastal things that are within the coast's culture. So this is not about being biased, because I can tell you this. I love, one of my favorite clubs, reactions make you feel like a rock star. Ontario Improv, here in Ontario, California. I like Wise Guys in Salt Lake City, Utah. But, Philly, DC, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Boston, my favorites. Then, when it was open, West Palm Beach Improv. I like Miami when it was back in Coconut Grove. Fort Lauderdale, when that was open, it used to be. I like a lot of the West. And you listen, I caught flack from saying how I didn't like performing in the South.
Yeah, I remember.
And listen, nothing against the Southern people. They're beautiful people. But again, there's an energy in a culture where I feel like I just flow better with. Now, to Atlanta's credit, when I used to perform in Atlanta, I did it at these two spots, black spots, that was kind of ghetto, a little slow in terms of the mentality. But they opened up a Helium in Atlanta, which is a little bit outside the city. Fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Them black people felt different in that part of the city. So like I'm saying, the science to this is you could be 2 towns over and it'd be a whole different energy. Same state,
yeah,
damn the same city, but 2 towns over.
Okay. So no more Cleveland.
No, I'm done. I'm done, nigga. I'm done. As I got on the plane, all I heard in my head was, how do I say goodbye? Done.
Oh, Cleveland's gonna be all over these comments right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
You not welcome either.
Yeah, nigga, don't come back here. We gonna pull up. Nigga, this cause you ain't funny. That is the most unoriginal shit to say. I'm not funny. I've been doing this 36 years. My last job where I punched a clock and was told by a boss, you can go on your lunch break. I worked at ShopRite in New Jersey, the grocery store. I have not had a regular 9 to 5 in 36 years. All my money comes from stand-up, jokes, and movies. And that's because I'm not funny. Does that even make fucking sense?
Speaking of movies, didn't they take some of your lines in Jerry Maguire that you were ad-libbing during the rehearsal? Yeah. Well, during the tryout. Yeah.
It was a blessing. It was a good problem to have. I originally auditioned for Cuba's part. And Cameron Crowe ultimately said to me, you're not a big enough name for this part. It's opposite Tom Cruise.
Okay, well, hold on. But Cuba also played a football player.
What does that mean?
Well, could you have pulled off a football player role at that time?
Yeah, nigga, I was skinny.
Okay, so you were more built back then?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say.
You know how long ago that was?
It was a while ago.
Yeah. I told you in the 90s, I was a beast.
Okay.
So anyway.
I'm just saying, playing an athlete, because I remember who
But how much did he really showcase himself in the movie as an athlete?
No, that's true. Because I remember.
It wasn't a football movie, it was a love story.
Okay, fair enough. Because I remember, like, Bill Bellamy was, we were talking.
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. Yeah. And he was saying how Diddy actually tried to try out for the quarterback character. And he said when they got on the field, he said it looked like he was throwing it like with his left hand, like a girl. Like he said it was like the worst.
First of all,
he said everyone was laughing.
First of all, Diddy's not a great actor.
No,
let's get that out.
He's not.
And whenever he takes his glasses off, he looks mildly retarded. You should never take your shades off. So let's get that straight. But yeah, Cameron Crowe told me, you know, you're not big enough for the role, but you did such a good job. I want you in it. So they offered me the part of the brother. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't find out till the day we shot it, the scene where Cuba gets the big contract on the Roy Firestein show. And he just starts spouting the lines. And I'm going, I said all that in my audition. So Cameron thought it was good enough to give Cuba the lines. I just wasn't big enough to get the part. What am I do?
What do I do?
I'm opposite. I'm playing in a movie with Tom fucking Cruise.
Right.
So, you know, take the good with the bad.
Do you remember how much money you made from playing that role?
Not a lot, but it wasn't about the money.
Okay.
It's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I know every so often I get like a Boondocks check, and it's usually
Right.
about $6 or so.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 on a good month. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen, at one point, we're doing the table read, and at one point,
was Tom Cruise and Cuba in these table reads?
Yeah, table was a
Well,
table.
okay, so what was it like being around Tom Cruise during rehearsals?
Well, I didn't.
He's one of the biggest megastars in the world.
The only time I
even back then.
right, but the only time I did a scene with him was in the Roy Firestein scene because he's in that scene.
Right.
But otherwise, I didn't really get to work with him.
Okay,
But
got it.
super cool dude, man. One of the coolest dudes. And I remember at the table read, at one point, I had to get up and go to the bathroom, and the director was like, don't sit down. and 5 minutes later, Tom goes, all right, I gotta go bathroom break. And everybody went, break! And I went,
He can piss, you cannot.
but I said, Cameron, what was that about? He said, look, man, you're Judd Bushler. He's Michael Jordan.
I don't even know who that second guy is.
Exactly. But he played on the Bulls.
Judd Bushler?
Judd Bushler.
Judd Bushler. Never heard of him.
Yeah.